What up, good people? How are you doing? I hope you're hanging in there by the grace of God. My lighting is a little off today, but that's okay. I'm just checking in with you to see how you doing, and show my face in the midst of this disgraced, let me stop, nation. No, I won't stop. Let's lighten it up a little bit. That's the message. That's the encouragement. And that's how you're going to lift yourself up where you belong. I heard someone say, one of the elders that I watch, I heard her saying, praying for others. Hold on, yeah. But yeah, one of the elders that I watch, I heard her saying, it's okay to pray for others. But now is the time for us to pray for ourselves. As an individual, you have to know how to pray for yourself, encourage yourself, lift your own spirits up. Yeah, because we are in a time where madness and wickedness and lawlessness is being pushed into our system. And this is about self-management, governing yourself, helping yourself, being a leader. You were born for this time. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that or understand it, but God don't make mistakes. No matter what family you were born into or what circumstance you were born into, you were created and born for this very time. And on the outside, yes, it looks like the world is burning. Yes, it's real. The struggle is real. The realities regarding housing, homeless, the job, economy, all of that of the world, it can affect your human being. It's part of our human experiences. And the darkness on the land right now, there's a difference between darkness and wickedness. Like, there are real evil forces and bodies on this earth right now. And you're seeing that and you're aware of that. Now, the wickedness that we're seeing, and this is for if you are of color, a black person, isn't it a cycle? Isn't it happening again? Isn't it history on repeat? It's magnified now because of it's a highly spiritual time and the veil is thin, and you just seeing it as an awakened person, as an awakened soul. You're just seeing it for what it is. And it's painful to watch. And I'm just going to keep it real. If you're sensitive and you have the heart of God and you carry the spirit of God, it's painful to watch. It's okay to be aware and informed of your surroundings, but be aware and informed of what's going on within you too. So you can stabilize, steady yourself, be calm during the chaos, have peace of mind, and mind your own business. It's okay, that rage, that anger, it's still guiding you to the light. We're just not supposed to be stuck in it. I didn't come here to be, I know my purpose is not about my race. I know what this melanin, the power within that melanin, I know what that, I wish more black people would see themselves as the original ones, and then you will connect more to the divine, to source, to the creator. The last shall be the first, and the first shall be the last. I just heard that. And the fear agenda that they're pressing out, that they're pushing out, it will cause pressure and tension. If you buy into it, if you believe the hype. I'm just so tired of the illusions right now. So if you're tired of the illusions and the lies, take a step back. Walk away from the mean spirits. Not too long ago, I just posted something about the mean spirits. It's a lot of ungrateful, because that's the darkness to me. When you're ungrateful, when you're mean spirited, when you're hateful, when you're spiteful, when you're vengeful, that's a darkness within people because they ain't right within. And you can't win. You can't live. You're not living. It's like the living dead. Those type of spirits. Imagine that all up in you and you ain't never changed. You ain't never atoned. You ain't never find any harmony or balance within. And you look at somebody's skin color and you get agitated and irritated by that. That's a lot of darkness that has not been dealt with. But yes, we're also seeing creatures like demonic creatures on the land, shapeshifters that are in the body of human beings. That's real. You're going to start to see more of that. At the core, you should be optimistic, positive, hopeful, faithful, because at the core of your being, at the root of who you are and your crown is divine. So being around these mean spirits that love to complain, misery loves company, you're going to see even more so. You have to have this gratitude attitude, and you have to walk away and stay away from people who just want to complain all day, every day, who don't see the good in anything, because you can find the good. You can see the good when you are connected to the source. So you have to be mindful and careful of your consumption. What are you consuming right now in the media? What are you consuming right now in the music? What are you consuming right now in the movies? What are you consuming right now on your phone? What are you consuming right now on the TV? As I am awakening more and I see the wickedness, the lawlessness on the land, and the darkness within people, I'm more mindful of my consumption. So when you step out that door, if you have to go out and about, it's okay to be aware. That's important. We need to be aware in this time. It's okay to be informed, but it's too much negativity, and it takes away from your positivity for you to be charged up. And because part of being calm, part of being at peace, part of being balanced is you can be productive and creative. All this fear and this negativity and this racism and this hate and the wars and the natural disasters, we can't control any of that. But you can control yourself. Work on healing your nervous system. And when I was talking about the man folks, because it's a lot of healing that's needed there, I know there's a chosen few who walk with God, A message trying to come through. I know there's a chosen few who walk with God and have some sense. You can have some common sense. You can find common ground. You can be connected to humanity, because they want you desensitized and they want you fearful. And I was like, why is this? Uh, they know you're awakening. I mean, real awakening, meaning you're connected to the source. I ain't talking about, all these fake gurus and some of these new agers. And what I'm noticing about some of these new agers, it's the deception is real. Okay, let me just say that. That's why you're starting to see more new agers. They still are going through a loop. They still in the circle. They still believe the lie, and that's why they feel the void. That's why there's an endless void. There's an emptiness on the inside of them where they don't feel connected because they're only connected to the material, to the physical, but really not tuned in to spirit reality. And what I'm learning too now is empty, empty, empty. What negative spirit I may have absorbed. Cleansing your space, clearing your energy, that's critical. And you're going to have to be conscious of doing that at this moment because the freaks come out at night. The crabs in a barrel mentality. Mm-hmm. The racist hate from any race is at an all-time high. And God is doing a mighty works, and we can't lean on our own understanding. And then the evil wickedness is doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and they want you distracted from all this false news, from all this false peace, from the false light. They want you to stay in the false light. What is the truth? And what is the true light? You know. The one true living God, the Creator, the Most High. There's a disconnect from, people are disconnected from themselves and from Source. And when I was talking about the men folks, Spirit was having me to see the darkness rising up in them because they're not working on the healing and recovery from this hard knock life. And so what they're going to do is project because they don't want to look in the mirror. They don't really want to feel. If they are feeling, it's lust, greed, in that nature. Sloth. I just heard that, sloth. Be careful. I hear these spiritual screams. The jealousy and envy is now murderous. And that could be scary, but I can't focus on the devil energy. You can't focus on the devil energy because the Most High is all-knowing, all-power. So what that mean? When we talk about the negativity, when we get mad at someone, they have power over you. They have control over you. They're trying to hijack your mind. They're trying to dull your spirit and dim your light. It's a fight on the daily to live your life. It is a daily battle. It always gets worse before it gets better. And I was reminded of the cycle, the patterns that keep playing out. Let it play out. Let it be. Let go. Let God. Lighten up. It's a lot of people taking themselves too seriously. It's okay to be serious about some matters of the heart and some matters of personal matters, what you may be going through. Nobody's telling you to stop doing that. But what we really need to work on is our peace of mind, minding our business, and healing, recovery, restoration. Rest in God. That's restoration, elevation, salvation, transformation. I'm going to keep saying that because I'm led by the Spirit to keep encouraging that so you can be charged in that truth. But yeah, lighten up is the message. Hold the space. You are here to hold the space for love and light. And you can do it in your own space, no matter where you are. Lighten up on beating yourself up, being hard on yourself, things of the past. Let that pass away. It's very important to be here now. Be present. They don't want you to be. They want you to keep going back. They want you to think that it's going, keep wishing it to go back to normal. No. Things have shifted. Change is here. Justice is here. Judgment is here. Great awakening is here. Great reset is here. Great reversal is here. You reap what you sow. It's here. And you might hear a lot of people saying, because the Most High does still have prophets working on the land. And I'm not calling myself a prophet. I just know when you filled with the Holy Spirit, you can have a prophetic word from Spirit. So if because a lot of people are listening to these devil worshipers more than the word of God, more than the guidance from God. They're listening to these devil worshipers. That's keeping them a loop, that's keeping them in a circle, that's keeping them unraveling, that's keeping them spellbound. Get back to basics. Get grounded in source. That's kind of scary that you're always looking to others for the answers, and the answers are living up deep on the inside of you. And it ain't gonna come right away. A lot of people so ready for going through the back door, when you have been taught the Messiah's the door. I have learned so much by choosing to have a relationship with higher power, with source, with the creator, with our Father who art in heaven. So many names on the earth has been given. Limitless, infinite intelligence. And some things is not meant for us to know. You're not here to get the tea about everything and everybody. Slow it down, partner. I have been tuned into checking out a little bit when I want to find my peace of mind and mind my business and take a break from working on projects or the work life, my income that comes in. Nollywood. I love some Nigerian movies, and I know there's a Nigerian ancestry in me because a lot of things, the way they mimic others, how passionate they are um, with connecting. Because I think I saw something where she was yelling at another lady. She's like, "Why are you yelling at me?" And she was like, "I'm not yelling at you. This is how I talk." So I can identify, but mainly what I love about these, they're faith based, and I need to keep the faith right now. You need to keep the faith right now. So be tuned in to people, places, or situations that helps you to keep the faith, stay hopeful and positive. Spirit want me to talk about this pride and arrogance. Pride comes before the fall. Why am I doing this? Maybe somebody needs to do that to calm down. Tapping. I don't know. Look it up. Tapping. Do you do that to? Does somebody around you do that to calm down, to balance themselves when they're triggered? Because one thing I notice that's happening right now, they keep triggering the trauma within you. And the trauma is not just from our own present human experience. A lot of times you're triggered from your ancestry that's living within your DNA. That trauma, what our families have went through in the past, that trauma is in, we're interconnected like that. That's in our system. It's hard to see the same thing happening to black people. I know we do some things to ourselves, to each other as a community, but now it's time to get back to life, back to reality, get back to the truth of who you are. We are the original ones. What you talking about? When you stand in that truth, when you know that truth that you come from original beings, maybe start acting right. Maybe start living right. Because it's about how you're living. It's about how you're living. Because when you're connected to the source, because the Messiah is the door that leads you to the source, I mean the one true living God. So when you're connected to the Most High, you see things from a bigger picture perspective. And some people may not even understand why you're looking at it that way. How you get to that perspective. Where you get that truth from. How you know that's to be true. Who do you think you are, Mr. Mister? You're never gonna get too far. Be careful of those word curses. I keep hearing that. Who do you think you are? I am a child of the Most High God. That's who I am. I don't have all the answers. Okay? I am not perfect. Okay? But God. All things are possible with God. And I could do anything with Christ, who strengthens me. And when I'm dead tired, I rest in God and sleep like a baby. I'm at that point right now. I have released to the point to get my peace. Release for your peace. Release for your peace. Be careful of these word curses that your mother, father, sister, brother, cousins, aunts, uncles, friends, lovers, they speak over you. Are they speaking life over you? Or are they speaking death over you? Are they encouraging you or discouraging you? Are they pushing you away or connected to you? Is there empathy for you? Is there love for you? Is there care, concern, and compassion for you? It's time. it's time to take care of yourself in that manner. A lot of people have a hard time disconnecting from people they grew up with, from their family. It, everybody grow up differently. Some people are growing up in God, and some people are growing up in ego, pride, and arrogance. Pride comes before the fall. Don't you see it playing out? That hate is heavy in the air, and sometimes you wake up feeling it, and sometimes you don't want to be here anymore. I get it. I understand. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt and the belt and a nice pair of shoes to go with it. It is what it is. The struggle is real. The spiritual warfare is real. The battlefield of the mind is real. This fight for your soul is real. Now you take that seriously. You're already protected. But as an individual, as a spiritual being having a human experience, prayer helps. Prayer changes things. Prayer activates more protection and your awareness and your discernment. And also tie the hand that we shouldn't judge. Look up judgment. Look that up, please. All Spirit was talking about in the Bible is take the plank out of your own eye before you project whatever judgment you have towards. Look in the mirror. But when you have observed people and you discern the spirit within that person and you see what's really going on, that's righteous judgment. And then you call it out because they keep wanting to play you, play mind games, throw illusions at you, gaslight you, make you think you're crazy, have you second guessing yourself. That's why they was shouting that we shouldn't judge. But what was we shouldn't judge? You know the main ones who say that because they don't want you to call out what they do. I want you to tell me, because I have asked some folks. I have asked. I'm not afraid to ask. What is it you don't like about me? If I've harmed you anyway, let me know what it is. Tell me what it is. And most of them didn't even have no answer because they hadn't dealt with their own darkness. Their demons was just irritated by my light and my truth telling. I'm not going to sit there. If I love and care for you, I'm not going to sit there and watch you rot in front of me and watch you die in front of me and watch you treat people like crap in front of me. No, I can't do it. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Who are you? A lot of people in this false light. Lighten up. Because there's many folks stuck in the false light. And that can be whatever it is of this world. That pride, arrogance, and ego, you have to let that die sometimes. So you can, you have to spiritually die. You do, so the new you can be a new creature. Can be born within you. So your mind can be renewed. And repentance, all it is turn away from them ugly thoughts. From your ugly self on the inside. From the dark ways. Turn away from that and turn into God's will, way, and word for your life. Now all this pain that we're feeling right now, all this pressure that we're feeling right now, that's a purpose still to that. It's refining you. It's transforming you. It's guiding you. And you can make the choice to be overwhelmed and consumed by it, or you can overcome and be well, brothers and sisters in Christ. But yeah, judgment. Make a clear decision. Yeah, see, people, reading is fundamental. Research, learning some things outside of what the world has pushed into your psyche, that's fundamental. But judgment, the ability to make considered decisions or come to sensible conclusions. Discernment is the similar word to judgment. Your discernment needs to be on point and popping right now. Okay? Who gonna check me, boo? That's how some of you are feeling. I'm gonna check you with the truth. Whether you like it or lump it. That's what my grandmothers used to say. You gotta like it or lump it. And also the other, see, this is what the religious spirits, they look at judgment as a misfortune or calamity viewed as a divine punishment. God ain't punishing you, you punishing yourself. God is love, but also justice. I'm gonna balance some things out within you. Some things gotta happen for you to see the reality of who you are and where you at in life. So, yeah, discernment. Spirit want me to talk about that too. That just came up because I am hearing that a lot too in the ethers, on social media. We shouldn't judge each other. Yes, you should judge righteously, because judging righteously is discernment. We need to lighten up in the way of shining your light bright into the darkness, and lighten up on all this darkness, like giving the devil too much power, giving the devil too much attention, giving the devil too much energy, reacting to the devil too much. And I'm talking about the devil entity, the devil spirit that is within people right now. I know demons are real. I know Jesus Christ is real. I know God is realer. The Most High is realer. But people need to deal with the darkness deep on the inside of them. All that jealousy, envy, insecurity is impurity, unclean spirits that need to be cast out. Some folks need to be delivered from that hell that they sowing on the earth. And that's why you reaping hell. And you think God punishing you. You think, see, let me tell you right now. I'm going to keep this short, but Spirit want me to say this. Your fight ain't with me. Yeah. That's what the Most High say. Your fight ain't with me. It's within you. The war is within. I'm telling you. The flesh. People be all up in their flesh and don't even know how to manage the flesh with their spirit. That's divine order. No, your spirit is supposed to be dominant over the fleshly matters, over the worldly matters. Because that's what spirit is. That's what God is. Okay? That's where Yeshua is, in your heart and spirit. In your bloodline. In your lineage. In your history. People understand when I had saw a scene from the Chosen movie. It was a scene where Jesus Christ was flipping over the tables, where Yeshua was flipping the tables. Yeshua, Messiah, let me stop. Jesus Christ. Listen, the Messiah ain't never told me what to call. Come Look, the Messiah has never pushed or forced me to call him by a certain name. The world does that. 'Cause they all up in the flesh. Your heart. Your heart is scanned. Okay? You can pretend all you want that you good. Because you got that income coming in. Because you got that house. Because you got that fake husband. Because you got that, let me stop. That ungodly woman. Whatever. A lot of people, we're surrounded by pretenders and liars. And they will project. They will project. But I saw a scene in The Chosen. And they executed that very well when Jesus flipping tables and flogging folks. That was Christ power. That was Christ's spirit. Truth manifested in the flesh. Walking on earth as a human being. And I laughed a little, I chuckled a little because I knew the way they executed, they were showing people running, the animals running and fleeing. Now that's what the power does. Every knee shall bow. Every tongue shall confess. But I love the way they produced that moment to show the truth of God, greatness, that power, that word, that spirit. And as the Messiah was speaking, that was Christ speaking through the vessel, telling them what it is, what's up, that righteous anger, that righteous judgment. What you talking about? Yeah, you're supposed to take the plank out of your own eye because you need to look in the mirror at yourself so you can raise up what's not well on the inside of you so you can be better, so you can do better. And a lot of people don't even want to do the work. They want you to do the work for them. At work and on the inside. What I look like doing your spiritual work? Oh, yeah. I just want to show my face and check in with you good people for a little bit. For the believers, for the chosen few that I speak to. My channel right now is, I feel it's being shadow banned. I go with the flow of God right now. So it is what it is. And I appreciate the support, the prayers, and the care and community in this space. Like I said, if I only reach one, then okay, God's will has been done. So continue to, I would like to say this though, continue to like or share if it resonates with you, because that helps circulate the message. It does. That's being supportive too. I'm the type of person, if I look at a video, I don't even have to listen to the whole video. If it is just one sentence that resonated with me, I will like, because I'm tuned in. Some people look at a whole video, and it's something that, even if it's something that triggers me in a way to where I have to self-evaluate, I like, because I know that's Christ speaking through them. Some people so hateful and spiteful and ugly and vengeful on the inside, they'll get mad at you. Instead of looking at themselves in the mirror, judge yourself on the daily. Discern who you are in this present moment and time. Because this is like the day of Noah right now. I heard the elder say the ark is closing. She right. If you ain't got If you ain't got right with God by now, I don't know what to tell you, partner. I'm only here to inform, instruct, and inspire, to activate the healing within you, to guide you to the light. Okay, you know my purpose and mission. And see, that's what a lot of people keep missing too. It ain't about your race. It ain't about your nationality. It ain't about the country you in. It ain't about the city you in. What is your purpose? Your God-given purpose on this earth. And spread your light, dude. Spread your light. Lady, lighten up. We can make light of heavy loads. That burden is not yours to carry. I don't know who that's for right now. The help they give is not your burden to carry. It's not even a lesson anymore. Okay, the lesson is don't become like them. Don't become like the hater. Don't become like the liar. Don't become like the illusionist. Live out your truth. Lighten up. Enough, give you book. Let me stop. I ain't gonna go there. Oh, protect yourself out here, okay? In these spiritual streets, because it's getting real trill, okay? Hold your head up high. I'm telling you right now, you need to be covered by the Spirit. And if you're still on this cracked mind, this split consciousness, where you look at somebody's race, and to me, it's spiritual. It's all spiritual. It ain't about, because it can be any color in this world right now that's operating in their darkness or filled with some type of demonic forces or whatever it may be. Ain't a color thing, ain't a race thing anymore, it ain't a nationality thing anymore. It never really was. It's all spiritual. That's what the veil has been lifted for. So Yeshua gave me that vision of him flipping tables, because righteous judgment, the discernment, is needed right now. And a lot of people are not speaking their truth. And they're hiding in the darkness. And part of being the light, because this walking with God, following Yeshua, is not a cakewalk. It's not easy. This path is not easy. And it's not for the weak. But it's so rewarding. It's so lovely. It's so good. It's so great. We're here to do greater works. I have to check myself before I wreck myself. Okay? I'm a human being. Okay? Quit putting too much pressure on yourself. Can you focus on just getting through? Enduring. Through the struggle, strife, the trials, and tribulations. Can you focus on staying positive and productive? Staying focused on the Most High. Because that's the only way to get through. Boo. Do you, boo? Because I'm going to tell you right now. I understand we're interconnected with Mother Earth, with Yeshua, with the divine source. That he, she, that father, mother, that divine feminine, divine masculine is all spiritual. So until you accept Christ in your life, and I ain't selling it, I'm telling it, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It's all because I'm tired of seeing people getting caught up. Why you say father? Why you say he? It's a she. You don't know God, man. You don't know Yeshua. And maybe you ain't meant to know. I don't know. Your father may be the father of lies. Because there's serpent seeds on this earth too. The devil has its own. So, if you tuned into here and you get triggered, I just say kindly, Evaluate yourself. If you start to hate on me, I just say this: go be with your own. Okay? Go be with your father of lies. But if you're seeking the truth, if you're seeking the Most High, you in the right place. Just sit still and stay where you at. But I know I got some monitoring spirits over here. I got some looky loos, and you got, I'm connected to all power. That don't mean I'm invincible. No, I know my place. I know my purpose. I know who I am and whose I am. I am a child of the Most High. I am a daughter of the Creator. You better recognize who are you. Okay. Now you like that. Thumbs up. Okay. I support you. You support me. That's the heart of God. Give, gave. It's time to cleanse what this world has taught you. Because it programmed you. It brainwashed you. And that AI is a whole nother story I'll talk about another time. But like Yeshua said, the deception is horrendous, treacherous, and perilous. So be prepared in the spirit. Be purified in the spirit. Okay? And prayed up. Stay prayed up. Because if nobody else ain't praying for you, at least you're praying for yourself. At least you're encouraging yourself. At least you believe in yourself. At least you trust in yourself because you're connected to the source. And I'm going to leave you on that good note, on that real note. And I got a message coming up soon. Soon. Who is taking shrooms, mushrooms? This ain't judgment. Here come righteous judgment. What realm is that you into? Somebody need to quit experimenting with mushrooms. It's affecting somebody's psychic abilities, your intuitive abilities, your God-given ability. I'm speaking to someone. It's getting in the way. You're tuned into a false light too. You have experiences of the true light, but you're also tuned into a false light. Be careful of the deception on the other side too, in the spiritual realm. That's how thin that veil is. I've been seeing shadows. We'll talk about that another time. But my next message is going to be about the visions that the Lord has transported me to, and I need to share that message with you to help us to get through. But whoever is experimenting with mushrooms, shrooms, that just came out for someone, slowly wean so you can recover and go to God. And the Messiah is the door. And like I said, I ain't selling it. I'm telling the truth. Christ is the way, truth, and life. You better recognize. I get y'all on the next go round. I love you. Peace.